Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm Shadow's Pub, bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. To take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. Want to call on you? Add your post link to the text channel. Come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share your text, but text and link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Okay, let's get started. And this week I'll actually turn on the screen that shows the post being presented. There are draws running in the Fluency Fun channel, so don't forget to go up and click the emoji to enter. And Blue, you can lead us off.
And to the surprise of no one, is my video I released on YouTube about in between 4 and 6 plants of each variety that I've got as seedlings, and this is me taking them from really baby seedlings to slightly larger pots. They're all still indoors because it's still let's see, a month away from going outside. Yeah, about a month, maybe a little over 5 weeks to go outside for peppers. Um, so I'd love it if while you give it a read or watch the um, video, the 3Speak video, I would love it if you could click on the link on YouTube and also subscribe to my channel. So the peppers in the picture, Seki, are actually sweet banana peppers. And they when they're ripe, they're like somewhere between yellow and orange. The I've got some that are red, some yellow, some that are bright yellow, four and a purple pepper too. So there's 4 kinds of bell pepper, and then a hot pepper, which is the one that's bright yellow, and then that banana pepper that's in that previous shot. That's like a sweet banana pepper.
You grew a chocolate one year, didn't you?
Yeah, but of the 6 plants, they, you maybe got 1 or 2 peppers on each, and they were not very big. And I didn't want to take up the space. They didn't taste any different, a
Mm,
little sweeter, but where my goal is to try and get a lot more productivity, I now make sure that I am growing efficiently as well.
that makes sense.
If I get more space, I may do it. I may add it back. I still like them. I just, I think it was kind of a waste of energy, and I'm trying to be more efficient now.
Seki's asking if you've got anything called Shambo.
No, but what is gumbo? Pepper? Is it a pepper? Oh no, nope, 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 nope,
Called
no.
gumbo, right? And yeah, it is a pepper. I think it's known as chili pepper over there. Like it looks like chili pepper.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks
I
like
see
bell
it.
pepper, but it's
I'm
called shum.
I only like sweet. I
Mm.
am I can't take heat at all. Anything hot, spicy. So
Uh,
I grow the hot one for my daughters who love it. Well, one daughter and um, I just can't eat hot pepper. I can't eat anything too spicy.
I
And
see.
water is too spicy for me, just so that you know.
Water is too spicy.
Yeah, that's what
H2O.
I need to be bland, very boring.
So what do you drink? You drink salt water or like I'm just asking, I'm just spitballing here.
I'm just teasing. Water is
he's
not too spicy for
he's
me. I'm
being a
kidding.
little obtuse, Seki.
Um, I have to just not. I run away from anything hot and spicy. That's all.
Any food that is.
Yes, there are some hot and spicy things that I run towards.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case.
So in all of your gardening exploits, have you ever figured out how many purple pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
I don't know, Peter.
Oh my god, that was good.
Have you taken a guess?
I do have quite a few purple peppers. I have picked a few, perhaps. It's possible.
Maybe your secret, Peter?
Luffy Woofy doesn't talk about his Peter.
I knew something was coming when there was a pause.
So
Oh, okay. You were just going to say so. All right. Thank you, Blue. Alessandra, you're up.
See, first you unmute, and then you put in your little linky poo.
Right.
Let's see how that works. Okay. So the post that I'm pimping is by my friend and now my composer, Anders Sporing. I met him out of the Ship 30 bunch of people, and he is returning to composing classical music after 15 years of not a note, dot or tittle. And so this post is about his breakthrough of coming back to classical music using me as the guinea pig. So, yeah, I was fortunate enough to get to fly to Stockholm and have a rehearsal with him. Am I quiet again? I'm sorry, guys. To have a rehearsal with him on the piece, and then I flew to England and did the world premiere of the first movement of it. And I'll see if I can find a picture. Okay, but that's what I have. It's over on Medium, and I think it'll be on Hive sometime soon. So thank you.
may I ask a question?
And
Me?
of course.
I I think I'm honestly touched and moved that you tagged me on that post.
He he he.
Did you mean to do that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
Mm.
And I got to hear that music played.
No, I'm reading. I'm still reading through right now.
Ah. So I think Andy was in here once, maybe twice. I don't know that he actually spoke while he was here. I think he mostly listened.
Where's he from?
Sweden.
He's from Sweden. He lives in Stockholm now.
Moved to Sweden in the coming years. I continue. Yeah, I see.
We'd love to have him come back again sometime if you could drag him in here.
Oh, definitely. I think his plan for Hive is because he is getting married really soon, and a couple of surgeries are ahead of him. And after that recovery, he will come back to Hive. So that's his plan. We had a conversation about it. Yeah.
So something
He's
that's
a
really
doll.
cool about the fact that he's returning to composing is that he also deals with the effects of Parkinson's, which is what the surgeries are hopefully going to help put a stop to. So he doesn't let it stop him. He goes ahead and he does what he can and he pushes through.
That would be a terrible affliction for a musician to have.
Yeah, he's really doing some amazing work and he's a prolific writer.
Andy works really quickly. Like have you made a deal with the devil? I mean, that kind of quickly, like Shadow's Pub kind of quickly. Okay, here's a
Oh, I'm
picture
I'm
of.
slow alongside Andy.
So there's our rehearsal, and that was Andy's first time to step into any kind of a space with a musician in 15 years.
Which one
Which
is
one is Andy?
Andy? Take a guess, Blue. Take a guess.
Devin said we should have some kind of dog and pony show, the Andy and Sandy show. And I was like, okay, you stop it with that. But it was so amazing. If I could just tell you this, it was so amazing. We stepped into that room and the hotel was just, they were wonderful. They knew what was going on. They were all really excited about it. They gave us, this is a 5-star hotel. They gave us this room and did not charge us to work
Ooh.
as long as we wanted to work. And you can just see Andy sitting there in his full musician, composer, conductor, telling me, no, not this way,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
way. And you can see him like, yes, that's right. That's what I
Uh,
wanted you to do.
he's I know this sounds bizarre, but he is literally watching the music.
Oh, very much so. Like we never talked about, through the whole rehearsal, we never talked about any notes
Hmm.
or measures. We just talked about this should move forcefully from a soft to a powerful. So it was, this is what the conversation was like. And so I had to go back, get a clean version of my music and write in all of these more conceptual things on the music.
Well, I
It was
noticed
just, it
yesterday
was, I will never forget it.
when he was talking about the music, he never mentioned a note, but he did talk about it. What it signified. The season of the year and the weather and that sort of thing. He never talked about a note.
Yeah, a little bit like a haiku,
Yeah.
just elements that were there. So thank you guys so much for letting me share that with you.
Dreams team is fangirling on your voice. Thank you, Alessandra.
Thank you.
And Seki, you're up. That's a good thing that she hosts Creative Work Hour, isn't it, Dreams team? She puts us in the zone. Yeah, you would.
Hello. Um,
Hello.
this is Mark. Bye. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm trying to make my voice as low as Alexandra's. Like, let me put everyone else in the zone. But no, 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 no.
Seki, I would suggest be you. Alessandra is taken.
Okay. Um, I. Okay. So this is by this is my story for the Inkwell March Challenge, right? It's locked out. I'm trying to remember something about the story. Yes, yes, yes. So the main character of this story is on trial, right? He's being tried for something he claims he didn't commit. You really have to you have to really look in and like find out what didn't he commit. The prompt was locked and like I really did want to I wanted to bring out something that was quite different and something that really just connects with most people out there. So that's it. That's my story. Just you have to read through and find out what happened. Bye.
Good job. Thank you, Seki.
Thank you.
So I guess you're not telling us the punchline, eh?
Ma?
I said, I guess you're not telling us the punchline, what the outcome was.
Maybe next time then.
Okay. Balikas, you're up. All right, Balikas, come on there and tell us about this.
Hey, hello everyone. Good day, shadows. All
Hello.
right, we have the yeah, fine. We have the last man standing right here. It's kind of a poetry, then some thought just below. Um, Thinking about life. I mean, there are some people. Let's just say how the internet is right now. The way some people say a lot of things like do this, don't do that, do this. We have people that they can't even think for themselves again. Like they follow whatever the internet says. I watched a video a colleague showed me yesterday. That was this doctor is from Kenya. He said people should stop putting on slippers, like stop putting on shoes to wear walk barefooted, and he backed it up with some scientific stuff. And it's just kind of crazy because when you listen to it, you would want to even walk barefooted. It's just kind of funny. So there are some people that they can't even think for themselves, and there are some people that are following whatever he said, like they followed him, they started walking barefooted. So this post, when you're talking about the last man standing, are you the kind of person who follow whatever people say, or you are the kind of person that do your own thing, never mind whatever people think about it, like you go for it? So that's what the post is about. Thank you.
So, Balikas, do you do what others say, or
Yeah.
do you set your own course?
Wow, I set my own course. That's how I've gotten here so far. I set my own course. That's how I live my life.
Why am I
Yeah.
not surprised?
Yeah, I'm not the kind of people like you follow the crowd, whatever they say, you just want to do it. You fire in your soul, like you let it die down and you follow people. I don't do that. I do my own thing. I don't care if they stare at me and say, "What is she doing?" As far as I'm happy doing it and I feel good and I just go for it. That's just it. I just go for it.
I seem to recall when you first came into, was it Uptrend or Dreamport? I think you came in Uptrend. I seem to recall somebody who pushed the edge of the envelope a bit.
No, I came in. I later ahead of train when I came to I, so I don't even
Yeah,
know about it.
but
Yeah.
you
So
pushed the edge of the envelope, as I recall. Does that sound about right, Dream?
hey, dreaming.
She's sleeping down there. She fell asleep.
Is she? Are you sleeping? Yeah.
I was
I
I
just
was
believe
saying I
that.
remember Balika's pushing the edge of the envelope when she first arrived around us.
Um, dream.
She's right away.
What does pushing the envelope mean? Does it mean like you used wordy dirds or what?
That means filling the envelope and going a little bit more.
Or I didn't know that though. When the podcast session came in for November, I was one of the person that was so energetic to like just try it out. Like I know that a lot of things that have to do with it, like my let my voice out to people, the remarks that come with it and everything. But I still want to try it out. I was I was one of the first people that actually tried it out.
You
So
did.
I'm not one of people. I just go for my thing. I do it. So I don't care if I'm the last man standing. As far as I get to my destination,
So
that's what that
are you
matters.
gonna go give it more effort? Try again?
Yeah.
Good for
Yes,
you.
of course I will. I my laptop broke down. That's why I haven't given it a try. So when I get a new one, I want to go full into it.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had never well I'd fiddled with podcasting a little bit before NADPod Pomo, but I hadn't done, like regular. But I'm not doing daily yet. I'm doing weekly. It goes out Thursday morning.
weekly. Oh. Okay, that's good. The moment I want to I get my laptop, you'll be the first person, and I will just contact you. Will just put me through, and I'll just get my voice out there again. I love that.
Good for you. Go for it.
Thank you.
Because NADPOD Pomo's coming up again in November. So, if you get 30 podcasts ready, you're good to go for November.
Woo! I can't really wait to. Well, I'll be doing that. I will be doing that. Nothing's stopping me from doing that. I will be
I
doing
love
that.
it. Woo!
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Shadows.
Thank you, Malikas. Seki, you're up. Tell us about this one, Seki. You're muted if you're talking to us.
Put a little text up there. I think he meant for one of us to read it.
Oh, did he put a little right up there? Oh, my third week of poem analysis, missed last week. Always come read what I think about the poem called Jealousy. Read the poem and tell me what you think too in the comments. There you go. Check out his analysis and see if you agree. Okay, we need some more emojis, folks, or we're going to have a short show. Oh, there we go. Seki put another one up. Can we get another one before him so that we don't get a bunch of people in a row? Bunch of the same, I should say. There we go. Kitty girl.
Well, IBB Tammy is here in the chat, but I'm going to share one of her posts, and if she wants to come on and talk about it, that would be fine. But she's written a true story, kind of a creative nonfiction free write of a home invasion that led to her being afraid of the dark, which it's a very frightening story, but you'll have to read it to see how it turned out.
Yeah, I can relate to that one.
And yeah, if Tammy wants to come on and tell us a little bit more about it, that would be fine. Just don't give away the ending.
Would you like to join us on voice, Tammy? Oh, she maybe is AFK for a moment. Oh, I see her typing. She's still typing. Sure. You can text and we'll catch up to it when you enter it. And Malika's. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Seki next. What were you gonna say, kitty girl?
I was just going to say that I think IBB Tammy is a good writer, and everyone should go check out her posts.
I agree. And Seki, you are up. Did we lose him?
Hey, this is another story by me for the Inkwell fiction contest. Here didn't really come out as I planned, but I never just leave a story untold or whatever, right? So just read through it and tell me what you think. Is Let me just break it down. It's taking place in a world of superheroes. The best superhero is in trouble. How will he come off it? That's it. I guess.
Say that again, please. Seki? Would you say what you said again? I didn't catch it. He's typing it. I didn't catch what you said, Seki. That's why I asked you to repeat yourself.
Oh, I hear me now.
I hear you. So
Shadows?
how did you describe the post?
Wow, this is really. I'm coming. I'll type it. I'm sorry. I'll type it.
No, go ahead and say it again, Seki.
Okay. Yeah, I'm being here now, right?
You're here. So go ahead and tell us what you said about the post.
Okay. All right. This is a post about like a world of superheroes. There's this villain, right? And he got the world's best superhero. So the world's best superhero is in trouble. How would he come off it? Just read and find out. That's it.
All right. Thank you. There's Amy.
Problem.
I wondered where you were, Amy. Uh-oh. Lots of power outages. I see a lot of the people that I know up in Ottawa are texting that they're without power. Yeah, Balikas, you're up. Okay, Balikas, come on and tell us about this.
All right. It's kind of crazy out there. I'm thinking that some people don't even know the value of some money when they're being asked which would you choose if I give you if you have been given some dollars and some naira or stuff like that, which would you choose? And you see them going for something else. See, this post is about a story I heard when I visited a friend. A boy was asked a question. That question deals with money, and his response to that is what I want you to find out yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Balikas.
Yep.
So, Amy, power does go out in other countries. Sometimes they're planned power outages. Here we had heavy rains and winds yesterday, and east of me, the rain turned to ice. So when the ice collects on vegetation, it pulls down trees and branches, and it takes down power lines. So last I heard, there was about 1 million people east of me that have no power. So yeah, power goes out, but different reasons. Okay, Amy, you're up. Oh, Amy must be getting her link. She didn't insinuate anything, Seki. She just asked the question. If you're in a country where the power goes out a lot, you do kind of wonder if other people have it to deal with. Are we losing Amy? I don't see her typing. Her network might be a problem. Okay, we'll come back to Amy. Seki, go ahead. Oh, there she's typing. Okay, Amy. Want to tell us about this? Amy. Oh, she may be struggling. Amy, you're muted if you're talking.
Okay, hello, Shadows.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Now you sound better. We
This
can hear you. Go ahead.
okay, this post is a response to the nonfiction prompt by the Inkwell community. We're asked to write about memory, like where we drop things and tend to forget. You know, it does happen most times, probably because we're stressed, having a hectic day, or we're just distracted. So something actually happened. I I lost something. No, I wouldn't say I lost something. I kept something safe, but I forgot where I kept it. And then in trying to find something else, I saw that thing. So go read it and see what was the stuff and how I got to see both of them. Thank you.
I think we've all done that, Amy. Put something to keep it safe and keep it so safe we forget where it is.
Yeah, I think so too.
But it was safe, wasn't it? So who got the first of the HBI? Bemier got the first HBI. Seki thinks that the power has a duty to go off. Well, hopefully not before you present your post, like right now. Your turn. And Seki is up. I just said Seki is up. Okay. Tell us about this post.
Okay, so this was my post for Three Tunes Tuesday. It's just like a collection of Rema's songs, like when he just started the music industry stuff. I hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. So for those who may not know, Rema is like one of the hottest Nigerian artists around. Like he has songs like a song that is in the Billboard Hot 100, like top 10, and like that is a pretty big achievement for someone that's just 21, I think. Yeah, and it's from Nigeria. That's a pretty huge achievement. So like I just for the Three Tunes Tuesday to celebrate, so I say like his achievement or something. I just went to go back to his older songs that really made waves in Nigeria. So like yeah, those are just three things. So go listen and see if you like anyone. As simple as that.
All right. Thank you, Seki. And I just noticed that Alessandra put a little note in there to IBB Tammy about her post that was about the home invasion. Alexander says the post is exceptionally written. Reading it has taken my breath away. What you don't mention is how you negotiated the invasion wisely, not attracting the attention of the robbers. You're one brave bear. I have to agree. Anybody that lives through that, that's for sure. And Bemier, you are up.
Um, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Shadows. Balikis, you tagged her message instead of her what they call it, her emoji.
Pardon?
Balikis emoji. You didn't tag the emoji. You tagged the message that she was replying to me. As simple as that.
Well, that's
And I
okay.
double tapped them.
The tag is there, right?
Yeah,
And
there,
then,
I guess.
Sam, I didn't miss you. I just didn't put the tag in. So the tag is there now. Thank you. Okay, there's Bemier. Um, Rocky wrote about forgetting and what she is thinking about it. I found it really interesting, especially the left-hand part. I love learning about cultures and stuff like this. This was a new thing for me about Nigeria. Maybe you can find it interesting too, and I think you should check it out. And the writing prompt is, where is it? That sounds like another memory thing. Oh, yeah. I really love those days where I walk into the next room and go, what did I come in here for?
Can I tell you a little something about that?
Sure.
I have I work with a coach so that I can develop tech skills and computer things and be able to do all the things, right? And so I had to admit, I'm like, I know what you've had to tell me how to do this 9 times, Eric, but let's just go for the 10th time. He explained it, and I said, okay, this is what it is like for me to learn these things. It's like a chronic version of walking into the next room and then going, wait, why am I in here? What was I doing? What? I said, so do you know what I mean? And he said, no. I said, that never happens to you. He said, no.
Oh
I'm
my
like, I'm
God.
speechless.
I've actually had times where I open a document on my computer, a file of some sort, and I will look at it and go, why did I open this? What was I going to do with it? It really does make you wonder where your head's at sometimes.
Or how many places that your head is at.
Oh, yeah, that's always a possibility. This is very true, Alexandra. Okay, and Wongi, you're up. It's a good thing I got that list in front of me, or I'd be doing it with the list. Some people say an alien must have passed by. Hmm. This is a post about Jimmy. She was giving general reasons why we shouldn't be caught up in the social media world, and she gave very interesting points. And I'm betting that I can agree with a good portion of them. Ooh, that post could use some support too. That was posted 12 hours ago. How many people spend time on social media that they could be on somewhere cool like Hive?
I'm purposely neglecting Twitter so that the habit will atrophy.
I like that. I Hive is kind of a mix between social and a blogging platform. It's social in the sense that you read the content, you consume the content, and you comment. Social media, like you take a look at Twitter, they're fast notes, and then you're looking at the conversation more than you're looking at anything else, and sometimes that conversation is severely lacking. So I think you get a lot more substance on a place like Hive.
It's like there's more care taken in the interactions.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
And I was thinking yesterday about, it's not just a community, it's a whole ecosystem
It is, definitely.
built in community.
And that's the other thing about especially Web 2 social media is you've got to pretty much jump from spot to spot to spot if you're doing more than one of them because you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got Twitter, and you've got LinkedIn, and however many other hundreds there are. We're on Hive. You want to see what a person's up to, you go to their account, you look at it, and that's the way it is. I think you made a good move, Beme. So, Alexander, I'm kind of centering you out, but I think you've said an excellent tone. Alexander used to do a lot of stuff on Twitter. And now what she does is she does debuzz if she wants to do a Twitter like post, and she cross posts to Twitter. So her attention comes onto the Hive blockchain first.
It's changing that initial focus, because in any room that you walk into, this is me as a designer talking, in any room that you go into, there is a focal point. And I was trying to have both. And once it really settled in, start the tweet on debuzz and then click the little bird. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Yep.
And it's making a big difference. This week, this month, I've started on ActiveFit. So I'm doing little tweet style posts to go with the data of where I've walked. And then yesterday I did the first photo with that. So just like I'm doing the 1% better thing, because I'm a slow learner. I'm what do they call it? I'm an early adopter, but a slow learner.
So you're a slow adopter.
I guess so.
So Beme, I just noticed that you said that you still do Twitter. So here's a suggestion, and this is exactly what we're talking about with what Alessandra does. Go to debuzz, which is like the Twitter on the Hive chain. Do your buzz there, and then cross post it to Twitter. And you can do so by just pressing the button on your buzz post. Facebook's like a zombie wandering around looking for brains. I do put some of my images up on Instagram when I remember to do it. And that's mainly because the um, Clubhouse is more integrated with Instagram than it is anywhere else. So when somebody on Clubhouse wants to see something, you pretty much put it on Instagram. I'm talking about my AI images, Seki. Yeah, I don't look at reels. I don't look at them on Facebook either. But then Facebook is about um, connecting with the locals. Oh, let them steal. Okay, Sam, you're up.
Hello.
Okay,
You can hear me, Shadows? I'm sure you can, yeah.
I can hear you.
Um, yeah, so this is a post I wrote the other day about an artist who is, he's a Welsh artist who lives down in Brighton in the UK. I only came across him about a week ago in one of Snook's posts, actually. Um, and he made such an impression on me. I know that Seki loves him as well. And he was all very excited in the comments with me. And Riverflows loves him, and Snook loves him. And he suffers from like an autoimmune disease or illness, ME, Lyme disease, and like a stress-induced psychosis from lots and lots of time spent over the years, many years, just really struggling with his illness, and spending a lot of time just stuck in his bedroom, and going through specialists after specialists. So I did a little kind of post about him, drawing together quite a few different references that I found, and I kind of went down the rabbit hole with him on his website and YouTube and other people's comments and that, and through his music. And just really what struck me was how this guy, this young man who I put some little clips up of just he really seems quite tormented in his youth, you know, when everybody else is kind of out there enjoying life, and he was just stuck really, like in limbo, suffering. But how he's managed to turn all that pain around and channel it through his music, he's become an incredible creative. Um, his his uh, his music is like pure performance art. It's like poetry in motion. And yeah, I just thought it'd be really nice to share like that about him. Because yeah, I think Seki will probably second me on that.
I think he has been there in the comments.
Oh, I'm walking around my house trying to avoid my noisy kids.
Well, he emojied it up pretty good, so I'm assuming that's him
Oh, good.
responding.
Yeah, but I mean, anybody who's interested, I mean, what one thing I will say is that, you know, I mean, he's 33 now. I think the first little clip that I've got there is when he's about, um, either late teens, early 20s. He does drop quite a few F-bombs, so if you're sensitive to that, then be warned, stay clear. But I've tried to throughout my post just put little notes to say, you know, warning F-bombs, not safe for work, or warning, this could be a trigger, etc. But yeah, so yeah, if you're interested and you love musical talent, like that kind of thing, then go for it. He uses quite a few different artistic and creative things in his music videos as well. So yeah.
So generally speaking, when someone drops an F bomb or two, not every other word, but they're just being authentic, and in some circles, it's considered to be primitive prayer. So just you know, think about your perspective if you're wanting to be sensitive about it.
I mean, I think sometimes when things are like, you know, gratuitous violence, gratuitous swearing, or like, you know, it gets too much, then it's kind of like it detracts. But I think this is kind of, you know, it's part of his process, part of his pain as well. But it's not every
Yep.
second word. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
like a lot of people just talk. So really.
There's times that you're talking about something and it just seems to fit. There's just no other emphasis. Dream says Facebook is a starving zombie. I didn't think zombies ever starved. Very true. That's okay. What's her name? Snook will send them some gnomes. Oh, what exactly are you doing there, Miss Tramp? She's trying to climb under a blanket that's got a pile of stuff on top of it. Okay, Tammy. You
Tramp.
pardon?
I said, sweet tramp.
Yeah. As soon as I said, "What are you doing, Tramp?" she poked her head out, looked at me, walked away. And Tammy, you're up. Oh, sounds like a job. Glad you're done. Hopefully, it's covered by insurance.
Okay, so this post is the TTT, and I chose 3 songs from Sia. So go check them out if you're a lover of Sia. And I also wrote some write up. The songs I chose depict courage, determination, and resilience. So go check out the write up and enjoy the music. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Tammy, that actually was your turn, but I think there was a misunderstanding. So go ahead, Tammy. I see her typing.
Hello, everybody.
There you are. Do you have a
Can
link for us?
you yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay, so let me
Now,
just
did you have a second post? If you did, I'll add you back to the list. Or did you think I just missed you?
uh, what is it? I think hold on.
Okay. If you drop the link in.
You sound just a little bit muffled, Tammy. I could understand you perfectly last week, but it's hard to understand you today.
Maybe a little too close to the mic.
Now, is this better now?
Much better.
Oh, yes, like that.
Okay. Tell us about your
Okay,
post.
go now. No, this is not for me. It's for someone like another Hive user.
Okay.
So I was going through my feed and I saw this, and like it was really touching. So this user talks about his condition. He has a mild case of prosopagnosia, that is inability to recognize faces. And I think I saw a movie that talked about this particular condition, and I felt really bad for him. So he narrated how he ran into his friend in the mall. He couldn't recognize her. She was angry. He met his cousin at his grandmother's funeral, and he couldn't still recognize the person. So it's really sad, and I just want us to look at this post because I cannot imagine living my life without being able to recognize people, especially my friends and family members. So yes,
So it's the
thank you.
face them itself they don't recognize, but they, if the person spoke, they would be able to recognize the voice. Is that correct, Tammy?
I think
I said that
I think that was it.
it's the face itself they don't recognize. Like if a person spoke, they may recognize the voice.
I think it differs depending on your own particular would it be variation or something. From
Right.
the movie I watched, what they trying to project was that he can, like in the movie I saw, I think the guy has a coping mechanism. That means he looks at probably your hair. From your hair, he'll be able to detect if you're the one, and also your voice. But this particular user, he said he can actually recognize his close family members. That is, if he has seen you, like he keeps seeing you every time. But once you're out of the picture and come back again, he cannot recognize you. So yes, that's his condition. So
Yeah,
it's been mild for him.
that would be frustrating, I would expect.
Yeah.
So
So,
Tammy, you dropped a second emoji. Did you have a second post, or did you just think I'd missed you?
yeah, I thought you missed me actually.
Pardon?
Yeah.
No, that was muffled.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Belikas, you're up. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I am okay.
Uh-huh.
So, this post is on Tuesday. Um, have you ever wondered just out there and just look at yourself and see some of the decisions you've made and be like, they even thought twice about this. You see, there's some decisions we've made in our lives, either they're positive or negative. There's artist I chose for the treatings Tuesday is a Nigerian artist. His name is Two Face. Um, there's one of the music which is raindrops. It's like just like raindrops dropping from the sky. Like He just like telling us that before we do something, we should think twice about it before you just go for it. So if you want to know or listen to his music, you can just click on it and just have fun. His music are really really great, so you can just enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Belikas. And I noticed in the Fluency Fun channel that Amy and Bluefin have won HBI. And Seki, you are up. You did it, Tammy, for sure. Good job.
Okay, I'll have to go back to those that don't go on Instagram and Twitter, all those things. Sometimes they're a good source of information because, like, I got to learn about this from a particular channel or account that I follow on Instagram. He posts a lot of nice stuff. Anywho, this is what we call, or is what is scientifically known as brinicles, the icy finger of death. It's a very how will I put it? It's a very strong name and it's a very strong phenomenon. Like I don't really want to spoil it for you because like it's a big mind blowing something. So just go and check it out. It happens in the ocean, as you can clearly see from the picture. I'm sorry, am I being heard?
Yep.
Hello. Okay, yeah. Just go check it out and like I'm sure you'll be so amazed at how death can be so beautiful. Like you'll be amazed at how this world is and how cool the world is. So like yeah, that's it for me. The
All
icy
right.
finger of death. Boom.
Thank you, Seki. I see a line there. It says, a brinicle is a finger of ice slowly descending from above an iceberg, freezing everything it touches. There's an image for you.
Yep. That's frozen baby.
So, way back at the beginning of the 1900s, around 1914, there was a ship that was supposedly unsinkable called the Titanic that hit an iceberg and it sank the ship. So, not long ago, I was having a conversation with somebody about the Titanic because I have a family connection to it. And I decided to go into Midjourney and I created an image that showed the Titanic smashing through an iceberg instead of getting hit by it. It was like a little bit of artistic revenge.
Sure. Sure, it's possible. The Titanic, I heard it was they claimed they got the ship back, right? Like the shipwreck, didn't they? I thought there was what I call it excavation when it's in the sea. What they call that? I
Oh,
don't know what they
yeah,
call that.
they have found the ship. Interestingly
Mm.
enough, there is a bacteria that actually is eating, and I would imagine it eats other wrecks as well, but it's eating that wreck up. And within probably the next 50 years, the wreck will no longer exist. It'll be just literally disintegrated.
No, I think it's only the Titanic though. Maybe just it has like the bacteria has a taste for um for what was the name of the Titanic before? Is it God defying or something? No,
Well,
there's a way they use.
it's not just Titanic. It's any steel mainly that it's eating, which is actually pretty good
Hmm.
because there's a lot of ships that litter the seabed.
Well, it's not most times. I think most of the shipwrecks are from all these 1700s. All those times that the ships are still made of wood, right? So like those ones are still degradable at least in a bit. How I put it, they are still degradable, I guess. Is this the what's this? Triggers the ray. Okay, no, it's a post. Anywho, I guess that's it though.
So it's while the early wrecks were wood.
Yeah, yeah. There's this. I think this is a real wreck though. At least I was watching it in a film. I'm trying to remember. I've forgotten the name of the shipwreck, but like apparently there were lots of gold in it, right? That's the main plot of the film. I talked about the film here last week, I think. Anywho, so like that shipwreck now is wood. It's made of all these pirate ships that are made of wood. Yeah. So like I guess those are like that's the majority of shipwrecks in the ocean. Just from my thoughts though, like what I think.
I wouldn't want to say that there's a majority of them because don't forget there were a lot of ships sank during the war.
Yeah. But there have been lots of wars.
I'm talking about like World War One, World War Two, and many other conflicts in between.
Yeah, yeah. You can't really say the majority though, but you also have to think of the pirate scuffles, right? All those let's say navies and stuff, like when there were no
I
metal
don't
ships,
I
those were
don't
steel
really think we
ships.
need to debate it, Seki. There's a lot of ships that have been sunk.
Sure, I guess you're right. On to the next post.
Thought so. So, Steger, welcome to PYPT. I know you were trying to just kind of jump in and participate, and that's understandable. So, what we do is there's an emoji we use, and if you drop the emoji into the channel and I see it, then I will add you to the list, and when your turn comes up, I'll call on you. And Bemier, you're up. And Beme says, I wrote about what I experienced. Actually, not exactly the same thing, of course, but similar. Since I am trying to learn tarot, I became more aware of some things like energies, aura, and all. Or am I paranoid? Take a look and learn about it. Beme, I'm going to tell you, you're not paranoid. Because I've been learning a lot about this stuff too. It's a fascinating world of energies that we often don't pay attention to. Okay. Good job, Bimmy. What are we talking about, Belikas? Tarot is generally cards that are centered around the around astrology, although they can get into other topics. There are a lot of what they call oracle cards around as well.
In a nutshell, I guess you could say tarot cards, like other similar cards, are images that help you to find answers to problems and questions that you have.
Actually, rather fascinating in the right hands.
Absolutely, yes.
There's a woman over on Clubhouse that has had her gifts probably for about 3 decades now, and she does card readings. It's surprising how many of them you kind of go, didn't she tell me something about that on a card?
Well, and I see Seki asking in chat, juju. Well, there's some people that think there is some kind of juju magic, whatever, to tarot cards, but the way I look at them is they help us to bring out our intuitive nature, to, that we've got answers within ourselves if we know how to tap them, and the imagery just helps you to bring out your intuitive side and apply it to the real world.
Okay. Wong, you're up. I see a bunch of typing, and I see one of them Swangy, so I'll just wait for the link to come up. So
I'm
Strega,
still waiting for Strega Azure to add his emoji to the chat. We'd love
Kitty,
to have you join us.
you and I seem to be on the same wavelength at the same time. Both of us were
Oh,
thinking about
really?
him.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Wangi says, this was a post in response to East Star's prompt. If you had the ability to be a superhero, which would you be? I wrote about the type of superpower I'd love to have. The title may have been given too much hint about the superpower I'd like to have. I think you should check it out. Being a shapeshifter. I think on Star Trek they call them changelings. At least on Star Trek, the Picard, the recent series. It's interesting how they play with those. Yeah, it's in its second season, Wong, and this season they're talking about changelings infiltrating the Federation. And spoiler alert, Picard has a son. Let's
Oh,
see here.
interesting.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, the season starts this season? Yeah, this season starts off with that being revealed. It started off, so it's about 6 or 7 episodes in. And you'll recognize who the mother was. Oh, you having one of those days, Alessandra? Amy, you're up. So go ahead and drop us a emoji in there, Strega. We'd love to hear you share with us. You. There we go. So now that I've seen you drop that, I will drop this underneath it, and that'll tell you that I've added you to the list. Okay, Amy. I'm just waiting for your link, or did I miss it? No, not yet. Are we losing her? Amy. Yeah, I wonder. Ah, there she is. She must have been getting the link.
Actually, I wasn't getting the link. My network was bad, so I didn't know if it was my turn. So this is a poem. I wrote this poem because sometimes people say so many things that hurt us. We must have been hurt by a word said to us by someone whom we love. Or sometimes people might just say something like, what do you have to offer, and all of that. This poem is just talking about us being careful with our choice of words. What we say to people goes a long way. So go check how I played with words and how I wrote down my poem. Thank you.
Yes, words can be used many ways, can't they? Thank you, Amy. Amir, if I disturbed your slumber, it took over an hour and a half for it to connect. You're a slow disturber. Kitty girl, you're up.
Okay, well, I have always called this person Grin, but I heard somebody else pronounce it Grindin lately. I'm not sure if I'm mispronouncing it or not.
Grindin? I'd call it Grindat. Why did I get? Is there an extra letter or something in there?
There was an extra character on the end. I've
Okay.
I fixed it. That's in the chat now. But anyway, she is participating in a month-long challenge, and this was posted on day 4 of 4, which was really cool that she's participated every day so far when she had posted this. And it's really awesome that her daughter is soon turning 5, so she's currently 4. So she, on her 4 of 4 day, she talked about her daughter who was 4. I thought that was cute. And she wrote this poem that I think is lovely. And I love that picture of her and her daughter on Halloween. And she wrote, on Halloween, you didn't want to wear your costume. You say the hood itches and unicorns aren't real. Who told you that? I just want you to stay with me where elves live in our garden and the sun chases the moon. Please don't be in a rush to be grown up. I just love the way she writes. Her poetry and prose both are just really, really special. And this is a person you really need to be following on Hive.
She does good stuff. So we've got 4th day of the challenge, 4th day of the month, 4th day of the year, and the daughter's 4. That's 4 fours. That's a pretty lucky number.
Yeah, and she is so good at picking up on little things like that. It's amazing.
Thank you, kitty girl. And yes, check out Grindan. She does good work. And I'm gonna call her Grindan. I don't really like that Greedan. And Strega, you're up. So now put your link in the text chat and just come on voice and give us a little bit about it. Hmm. You do need to unmute though. That's okay. Oh, he deafened himself. Having trouble getting the mute off. That's odd. Are you on phone or on the computer? Have you set it for push to talk someplace? You might actually go into your settings under voice and video and see if you're on voice activity or push to talk. If you're on push to talk, just switch to voice activity. You should be okay.
Yeah, this looks like a good post. I'd love to hear Strega tell us about it.
Yeah, we can manage to get that mute off. Technology is wonderful when it works. Did you find your way into the settings? There we go.
Is working?
It's working.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. Hi. And last, I'm so sorry I had to wait for that. I've never used actually Discord this way.
That's okay. We all got to start somewhere.
Yeah. So about my post, it is second from the series about the ballet masters. I'm into ballet in general, but the reason why I'm drawing those is it's just definite bodies that are just impossible even I cannot even describe this. They have such a bodies that
I humanly cannot even perceive how they can manage to get to the point that body looks like this. Like all the muscles, all the skin even behaves differently. Everything is so alien-like nearly for me. So that's why I'm so interested in them, in dancers in general.
They do have to be in incredible condition, don't they?
Oh my god, they are in incredible shape, and they have to be like on a very strict diet, and like they cannot, they hardly can eat. Everything has to have like at least like some amount of protein. They cannot eat sugar. They hardly can eat fat. They have to be so strict about everything what they put in their bodies, and they have to train every single day to achieve that. So I find this like amazing and beautiful and scary somehow at the same time. So just to to make justice to them, like to kind of honor their achievements, I decided to draw to draw something like that. I hope to do more of those pieces.
Speaking of which, you are no slouch with the pencil either. Those images are lovely.
I don't know about that. I still feel that a lot what I am doing is just coincidence, if that makes sense. Like I kind of.
Sorry,
I'm so stressed.
There are no coincidences.
I'm actually socially awkward person, really. So sorry about this and my trembling voice and all of that. So sorry.
So I'm going to tell you something. You might think you have a trembling voice. We can't hear it. You're hearing it more than we are. So just relax. You're good. You're doing fine.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But you sorry, I interrupt you. Like you started saying something, and I sorry.
No, you're okay. You're okay. I interrupted you actually, but I wanted to make sure that I told you that I really like the work that you're doing on those drawings.
I really appreciate that that you are saying this, because like I've never actually showed my works before. When I finished my art studies, like for several years, I didn't actually have that much in common with art. I was working for stop motion company. They would do movies and stuff like that. So I would draw a little bit, but like mostly I would do like stop motion puppets and dolls and all of that. So I kind of I steer away from this for a good while, decade nearly.
I think you should steer back.
Yeah, I kind of feel I really miss that. I really miss that feeling, and I kind of miss to have time on my own, if that makes sense, just
And
for me.
You're using an approach that is well respected here on the blockchain, in that you're putting progressive pictures in, that it shows that it's your work. That is respected by a lot of people. So continue to do that when you're doing an image. Take images
Okay.
as you do the process. You don't have to do the whole process, but a few of them.
Yeah, like I when I started to post Hive, like I was kind of posting, and in the meantime I was trying to to learn about all the blockchain, and because I was into crypto before quite a lot, but like Hive was something new, completely new for me. So I was trying to learn about it as much as I possibly could. But I was trying to find the ways how to even get into it, and it works really different than everyday life, and any social media I know of, which I really don't appreciate that much. Like I don't use Instagram, I don't use Facebook at all. Like I have it, but I don't think I logged for like few years now.
Kitty Girl
So
made a comment about Facebook earlier being a zombie.
zombie, yeah, I saw that. Like I totally agree with that, and like taking everything what is going on there, like
So,
with
Strega,
Zuckerberg in general. Like, come on.
so what I'm going to do right now is there's a couple more people that are on the list, and then we'll be closing the out before too long, and then there's always a bit of an after chat afterwards, so we can circle back
I
to
don't want
the.
to hold you back. I am so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Just rambling.
You're getting used to things, so we'll circle back to that in the after chat. So
Okay. Thank you very much, and I wish you all to happy Easter.
you did a good job. Thank you.
Bye.
And you don't have to leave yet. Stick around.
Okay,
Just-
I'm still here. Like
just
I
mute.
mean, voice by.
Just mute.
Yes, that was an excellent presentation for a first time. Definitely.
And Amy, you're up. I think Amy actually lost her network for a moment, so that was a good that we had that little interlude. Okay, Amy, tell us about this post. Well, maybe. Amy, come on, voice. Okay.
Remember the last time I told you that for the month of February, I posted every day of the month. And I also did the same thing for March. And I think it's one of my little wins. So I wrote down my achievement for March, how far I've come, and what I need to work on. So just check out my little wins and just drop your thoughts. Thank you.
And look at you at a 74 reputation. Well done.
Really? I can see 64 from my end.
Oh, you're not 70. Why? Hive Buzz is at 74. Jeez. But you're at 63. There we go. Like, didn't that give you a thrill, the thought you had a 74? So how many times have you posted every day of the month?
Yeah. The only thing that discourages me right now to pimp my post is my network. I don't know what else to do. I've been having issues with my network. I don't know.
Well, you know that we try to give as much grace on that as we can, Amy. I think you do pretty well.
Thank you.
All right. What did you come second place on? You're going to have to go in and check out her post, guys, and see what she did. So, Amy, are you posting every day in April? No, maybe your network's bothering it again. Okay, Bemier, you're up. Okay, tell us about this.
This post about my eating disorder. I had a lot of hard time before. I diagnosed MS, and it got worse and worse by time. And this is my proof that I can prove myself that eating can be fun and really fun time. Yeah.
So you've made a dry bean salad.
Yeah. It's kuru fasulye, like you You wet the beans and then add some herbs, and all of that stuff. It's like between Turkish meal and Azerbaijani meal,
Oh, is it?
like that, something like that, because you put in lamb's ear and other herbs, and we don't have in Turkish cuisine them. Yeah,
Ah,
not that much. We have those herbs, but we don't use as much as Azerbaijani cuisine.
I see. Actually, I was going to put some
Thank
beans
you.
in the Instant Pot this morning and I forgot about it. So I think I may end up doing
Fundamental.
some. Thank
Maybe
you.
you should try it. It's really delicious.
Actually, I do a lot of dishes using legumes. That is one of my favorite
It's
dishes. I have a um, thing called an Instant Pot. It's like a pressure. It is a pressure cooker. Is one of the settings on it, and that's what I do the beans in. Okay, I think we're about ready to wrap up today. You've been listening to Shadows Pub host Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us on PYPT and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating, and it's all about community. And oh, yeah. Bye, Wilma.
Hi, Wilma.